Well, good evening, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero outside on a gorgeous evening with a nice little drink. So cheers, everybody. This is my Canadian sunset that you may have seen on the channel before. And it is delicious. Inspired by, pretty much a year ago, a little over a year ago now, the Orange Day, I would call it, that we had in the New York City area, where the entire sky was orange with the Canadian smoke. So that Canadian smoke, I made a drink to drink that night. It's this same color. So this was the color of that day. So there you go, the Canadian sunset. With a little chili pepper in it too, for that nice little note of smokiness. All right, so let's talk about the weather. Well, let's first talk about what's happening in the tropics before we talk about our weather forecast. And I will say, it was Tropical Storm Beryl, Hurricane Beryl now. It's really devastating, 140 miles per hour winds. As of this recording, the latest update, it is a Category 4 hurricane. It did weaken, it was a Category 5. That's when it was in open waters. That was truly a powerful system. That's top of the scale there. As it approached land, as it approached Jamaica, the land has slowed it down a little bit and dropped it to that Category 4. Still very devastating. This is a major hurricane, and the National Hurricane Center did put out in their forecast for the season that this is going to be an 85% chance of an above average season. And that's what it looks like is starting out, at least. So you definitely want to be weather ready with something like your weather radios, affiliate link below, for your emergency communication radio, NOAA weather radio. Besides the little affiliate link there, it is, again, a devastating system, and it's not done. It's going to continue. But once it gets past Jamaica, it looks like once it gets near the Yucatan Peninsula, it's going to be a weaker hurricane. Maybe a Category 1 hurricane by the time it gets there. Tropical storm maybe, but then once it passes that Yucatan Peninsula into the Gulf of Mexico, it looks like it's going to drop down to a tropical storm. The question now becomes, once it gets into the Gulf of Mexico, again with warm water, will it re-strengthen? And will it affect any of the U.S. along the Gulf of Mexico? That is still too far out to really say anything for certain, so we are going to continue just a few days out at a time. So I really feel for everybody there. I've seen the footage. It's really devastating just to see everything gone. But that's the nature of the Caribbean islands with hurricanes. All right, moving on to our neck of the woods here. It's all about balance. So they are having devastating weather with Hurricane Beryl. And the balancing act that the atmosphere plays, that Mother Nature plays, means somewhere is going to have nice weather. And it happens to be here. So at least cheers to that, I guess. So as of this recording, it's about 8 p.m., 75 degrees. 8 p.m. and it's still absolutely gorgeous out. So that's phenomenal. It's still the summer. We just passed the summer solstice, so we're still having these very late sunsets, which is really nice. Now for your 4th of July forecast, will this weather continue? Well, let's discuss that. It looks like during the day tomorrow for the 4th of July, the majority of the day, it's going to be nicer. The clouds are going to be on the increase, and the humidity is also going to be on the increase because we have a couple of rounds of fronts coming through the next couple of days. The first one's going to be tomorrow evening. So I don't see anything too serious out of this. When you look at the Storm Prediction Center's outlook, the Storm Prediction Center is only showing thunderstorm, just general thunderstorm, nothing severe. Now, timing-wise, it looks like this thunderstorm chance is going to start in the afternoon tomorrow, so after 2 p.m. But the heart of the the chances of the thunderstorms look like they're going to be around 8 or 9 p.m. tomorrow. Specifically around the New York City area, if you're going to watch the Macy's 4th of July fireworks festival, which is also going to be on the Hudson side this year. So I'm going to see if I get the drone up in the air and see it from here, because I'm fairly close. I just don't know if I'm close enough to actually see that. We'll find out tomorrow. So check back on the channel for that. Probably on Friday or over the weekend I'll have that 4th of July footage out from the drone stuff that I'll try. Anyway, it looks like there might be some thunderstorms. I don't know the exact criteria for canceling the fireworks. I know they're going to do everything they can to stay safe, number one. Number two, they do want the show to come on. So I don't think it's going to be canceled, because there might just be a 10-minute burst of a thunderstorm and then that's it. So we'll see. But again, I'm putting that it's not going to be canceled or delayed or anything like that. But I don't know any criteria. So we'll find out again tomorrow. Going beyond that, for your 4th of July weekend, Friday, again, storm chances, same thing, kind of like a rinse and repeat for Friday. And the same thing, rinse and repeat for Saturday. Temperatures are all staying fairly steady, say around the 80s, a little bit cooler once you head more north, say towards Albany, a little warmer on the southern side of New York City. But we do have the sea breezes, so the south shore of Long Island and the Jersey shore will be a little bit cooler than once you get inland. So cheers to that if you're going to the beach. It's going to be a decent beach weekend forecast. It's just that, again, we have these thunderstorm chances in the later in the afternoon and evening for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday will be the pick of the weekend. So if you have any plans, it's got to be outdoors on Sunday. And the only thing is, if you are at the beach on Sunday, that probably means it's going to be very crowded. So you got to keep that in mind too. Traveling, I had no idea that a lot of people are flying out until I saw on the news. The TSA reports are all showing that this is like the busiest the TSA has been in a very long time. So if you are traveling, again, it's going to be a little hit or miss with storms that the air traffic controllers are trying to route planes around, besides things of like tainted chicken that I saw on the Delta flight. Besides all that, it's going to be a little bit tricky. I would definitely say call your airline carrier, and if you're good to go, make sure you get there hours ahead of time. Even smaller airports are probably still going to be busy, so I would still get 3 hours before, and then bigger airports 4 or maybe even 5 hours before your flight gets there. If you do happen to have access to lounges, that is fairly nice, but I know most like airport lounges only let you in 3 hours before your flight, so if that's the case, you might just have to wing it in the outside lounge for a little bit. All right, so that's gonna be a wrap for this beautiful evening, this beautiful forecast. Tasty drinks. If you want to get some more weather forecasts and stay up to date, definitely hit that subscribe button below and the little bell icon right next to that, so you get notified whenever I upload a video like this or I do go live. Now, I haven't been live in a little bit. It's been a little bit crazy because, as you may have seen, my Tesla Model 3 died. I had to get it towed. They did fix it, but I was mid-trade-in and I traded it in, and now I have a brand new Model Y. I was actually filming a little bit of the Model Y review today, and that's gonna be probably coming out next week for my Model Y review for Full Charge Thursday. All right, so that is a wrap for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all stay safe out there, and if you are a person that knows somebody or family from Jamaica or anywhere in there, my heart definitely goes out to you, because this is very devastating, that whole situation. And if you're watching, happen to be watching from Jamaica, my heart definitely feels for you. All right, so have a great rest of your evening wherever you are. Hopefully you are staying safe wherever you are as well. As I always say, stay safe, and I will see you all in the next video.